on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for room. It's Marshall. They start the afternoon with a run, and it goes nowhere. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even happen.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the tailback. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. There are so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year.
Wide open spaces. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, watch the offensive line here. They all block run. As they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's first and 10. The RPO, it's complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Inside the 15. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw it. Sayin. Got it! They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He might want another play. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back on the move. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Might as well stick with him. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going to try to get it himself. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
First and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football. You can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another first down, first and 10 again.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on first and 10. Power football with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Porter.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
The Buckeyes get enough for the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on first and 10. The give to the back. Ran through the contact. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And I I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Brings up second down.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Dropping back, it's Sayin. He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
The Buckeyes are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and 4 effort. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Now on the move. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it and try to get his offense some positive yards.
And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Defense looks as if it's coming. Wide receiver going in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
And first down for the offense.
They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. From the gun, they'll try the middle. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your run.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Not always the old line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Unleashes one. Got it in the middle. It's Simpson. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets rid of it. Finds his tight end. Past the 40. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Looking for space. It's Haynes. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Wolverines. He got a step and just dusted the field. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Rides the back and leaves it. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Buckeyes line up to punt it away. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff to the single back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
To the air, it's Underwood. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
He wants to throw it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized.
Okay, ready?
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield. It's Sayin. Shoots it to the left. Got his man.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Wants to fire on second down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And they're not on the same page there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Jet sweep to the receiver. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Buckeyes are marching down the field. Looking for a gap. It's Peoples. Got the 1st down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more.
Going for it all. And it's intercepted in the end zone. No, he's out of bounds. Oh, so close to stopping the drive with a turnover in the end zone. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They want to run this quarterback. Turning on the Jets. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
The Buckeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Running back searching for a hole. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play. Now deep in the opponent's territory, the defense has just been dominant on this drive.
The Wolverines will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He gets a block. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Hand off from the shotgun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Gets it out quickly. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
He spikes the ball and the clock is stopped. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield very late in the half. Throws for the tight end. It's caught. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Motion from the wideout. From the red zone, looking for a man. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack?
13 on the play. 2nd down coming up.
And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime.
Ohio State 17, Michigan 7.
And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half of this defense.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. To throw, it's Sayin. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wants to throw on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Running to Green. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown Buckeyes. Once he got some room, it was over. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
Starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense because, remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Backed up now, here's second and long. From the gun, the ground game. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Scanning the field, it's Underwood. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the fifth time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And deja vu again. I'm not surprised, man. They found this guy for several touchdowns today, and they were looking for him again. He's made plays. He's dependable. Why would you not take shots? That one just missed, but I would not be shocked if they find that guy again.
This time he's got it. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
To the air, it's Sayin. Gets it out fast. Across the 45. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Second down, they'll go to the air. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd down, going up top. Release to the back. Caught, close to the marker, it's Donaldson. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end now in motion. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Looking down the middle. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Here's the handoff. Turning it on!
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. A great tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. Can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Gives it on the option. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The screen, and watch out. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And we talk to teams week after week, and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Rushes on him. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Punt is on its way. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. They'll start this drive from the 42. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken them some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Oh, they're after him. It's complete. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. You got to figure something out. You got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
A fair catch, called for and made. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Simpson. Turns it on in midfield. A big, explosive play by this offense. And if you want to control the fourth quarter, might as well go in with momentum like that. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
So now it's second and long. Quarterback keeps it. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Back to pass, it's Underwood. Zings it complete to the right. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Quick release on the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
A little less room to work with now. The ball's at the 28, and it's third and long. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's third and long. Motion from the wideout. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. There he goes. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now. They're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. To the air. It's Sayin. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get it corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Touchdown, Ohio State. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. It's Haynes. At midfield, he's got room. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Here comes the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Simpson. Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
Started this drive with a bang, but now it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Finds him out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Line is set on third down.
Let's go! Let's go!
This is a designed run. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, there's the ball. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
He'll do it himself. Running into the open space. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short.
Banner! Banner! Banner!
They'll try it over the left side. Shows him the stiff arm. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
The Buckeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the ground. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 20. To the air, it's St. Clair. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Just drives it between the uprights. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Simpson.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
The Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Marshall. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And this game is obviously out of hand. Yeah, but I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Caught over the middle. It's Simpson. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Here's a throw downfield late. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it.